did you first get started on Married at First Sight? How did you get on the show?
Yeah, so that's an interesting story, I think, because I kind of went after them.
Mm-hmm.
I normally, people will say, "Oh, they called me and this and that." No, I called them.
Wow.
I had, I had about 2 years of being contacted by other production companies for shows that weren't yet on the air, but they
Mm-hmm.
wanted me to kind of represent them to try to sell them to different networks, and nothing came of that. And then finally, I said, "You know what? I've never really thought about being on a show or anything, but if all these other people are seeing this potential in me,
Yeah.
maybe it's something I need to look into." So I contacted Kinetic Content because they already had really, reality TV relationship shows that were good and
Mm-hmm.
quality. And I thought, you know what, I'm just going to let them know who I am. And if they ever need somebody, maybe they'll reach out. So I did just that. And the next day they contacted me from casting and were like, "Oh
Oh
my
my
gosh,
gosh.
yes, let's set up a Skype." And that was back like in 2017 or something. Um, and then I had two opportunities over the course of the next 2 years to reach out to them and meet with them in person. And so then when there was finally a spot available on this show, they thought of me first, and I
Oh,
was a front runner because they'd already felt like they got to know me and met me, and I pushed myself on them.
wow, that's amazing. And we couldn't picture
Yeah.
anybody else better on the show. So good job. Of course.
And it's interesting because I was so scared. I was so nervous going into this. Again, TV was like I didn't go to school to be on TV. Like
Yeah.
I don't know anything about it. So I was very nervous about going in on it. But Dr. Pepper and Pastor Cal just are so professional and just so
Mm-hmm.
fun and
Mm-hmm.
nice and welcoming. We have lots of conversations, and they didn't know what to think about me at first because I was a new one, and I guess my personality can be kind of a bit much at times. I tend to talk a lot, and I'm always sharing what I think and my opinions and stuff. And so, but now they appreciate it. At least they say so. But
You
we
guys
have a
are,
really good time offset, onset. It's so much fun. So
that's
I've
amazing.
really enjoyed it, and all the crew and everyone at the production company really truly loves love. So we feel like
Yeah.
we're one big team
Yeah.
on love's side. And
Yep.
anytime that we can help these couples find that, we're so happy. And then when we can't, and when we don't, we're very, very disappointed.
I'm sure we are
But
too.
we can hope that they learn something about it so that it
Yeah.
will bring them success with love in the future.
That's right. And you guys are the best trio on television. I think everybody loves you guys.
Oh,
And the
thank you so
show.
much. I'm sure that sometimes they don't love us very much because they wonder how we pick certain people. But
Mm,
the truth is, with the information that we have and the people that we see and
yeah.
that we get to know,
Yeah.
we do the best that we can. But again, if somebody misrepresents themselves or somebody's out there for the wrong reasons, it's just like in real life. Sometimes people hurt you, and
Yeah.
sometimes people lie to you, and sometimes you get duped.
Yeah.
And we're not robots. Like we're not able to have it be a certain way every single time.
Yeah.
We're trying to work on making that happen, but the truth is people are human, and we're just not going to be able to have 100% every single time, even though we really want that. That would be
Yes.
fun.
What do you guys look for? Like, I know. What do you guys look for when you're matching them? What's really the recipe to match them?
Yeah. So, um, first, when we're looking at individuals, because it does start as a very individual sort of um, process, and that is we're looking for people who are coachable,
Hmm.
who want help, who don't know it all. Because if they know it all, then
Yeah.
they're going to hate how much we interfere
Yeah.
and how much opinion we have. Because first of all, if they knew it all, they probably would have found somebody, whatever.
That's true.
So we want someone coachable. We want people who are open-minded and want help and recognize that they need help and
Yeah.
love.
Yeah.
And then for sure, we want people who are authentic, who we get a good vibe from, who somebody who really shows us all, because it's not just the three of us. There are countless people that they're contacting and
Mm.
having interactions with, and everyone is a part of finding out who these people are.
Mhm.
Um, the end, kind of the buck stops with us, the three experts. We will ultimately figure out the final matches, but as far as if somebody is rude to someone, we're going to find out about it, and chances are they're gone.
Yeah.
I mean, it can be cutthroat because we have so many people to have to wade through, right?
Right.
So we're looking for people who are authentic, who are coachable,
Mm-hmm.
and who truly show that they are committed to wanting to be in a long-term relationship and wanting to be in a marriage.
Yeah.
Sometimes they may not know like what it truly takes to be in a marriage. I mean, as of now, like nobody's ever been married before, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can't say this person knows what it's going to take to be in a marriage, because I don't know many people do know exactly what it is.
Yeah, that's right.
But we do look for people who want that, who want to know what that's like, who aren't scared by the idea of being in a committed marriage forever.
Mm-hmm.
And that can be something that we try to ascertain through their past experiences, through obviously we talk to their friends and family, we do lots of questionnaires, they do multiple rounds of psych evaluations with independent psychologists.
Mm-hmm.
We do background checks, we do employee checks, we do all sorts of stuff.
Wow.
To try to see if the person that we're seeing truly is this, like, does it make sense with everything else?
Right.
It's not a perfect process though. And sometimes we're surprised by certain things and we have to kick out a favorite because they just didn't end up being what we thought they were in the matchmaking process. But then when it comes to compatibility, we're looking for people who can enhance each other's lives.
Mm-hmm.
We're looking for people that we hope will be physically and emotionally attracted to somebody else.
Right.
Of course, we wish that there was like this beep boop bop bop and what does it say? 100% compatible.
Yes.
That would be great, but that does not exist.
Yeah.
So a lot of it is going by our expertise and what we know from all of the work that we've done, plus common sense. I mean, certain things just make common sense. And then the other things is trying to forecast that, of course, these couples are going to have challenges. It's ridiculous to think that they're not. But are the challenges that they could possibly face going to be something that they can overcome?
Mm-hmm. Okay, yeah. What did you think of, Karen Miles, just so far, what we've seen?
So what you've seen is, I love, and this is true for all the couples, what I love is that as a viewer, every week, I'm like, I'm not okay with what they're doing. And then the next week I'm so proud of them.
Yes.
And I don't like what they're doing. And then the next week, I mean, it's like, you see the good and the bad, and every week you're like on this roller coaster of like, are they doing well?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, they're doing so well. Oh, that's terrible. Oh my gosh, they're so great. It's like breakthrough.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. So with Karen and Miles, what I really have liked seeing from them is that communication, very open and honest communication, seems to be working in their favor so far.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, that's good. Amelia and Bennett?
Amelia and Bennett. As a viewer, I'm like, are they too similar?
I know, are they one person? They're like really like mirrored here.
They're just so like aligned, and they just their spirits and their energies and everything just seems to kind of work.
Yeah. In every aspect. It's not
like in every aspect. But as we all know, everybody faces challenges, and there's a big challenge that we have seen so far, and that is that she is probably going to have to move.
Right.
So how they handle that, I guess we'll have to wait and see.
Yep.
It's probably not going to be a straight line for them like we've seen so far, and that's going to be a little scary.
Yeah. Everybody, I don't know, like we said, they might start off good and then end up bad, or start off bad and end up good. We don't know how it's going to end up, so we don't know.
You think you know, but you never know.
I know. Okay, which the next one, like we said, Christina and Henry, we think we know, but I feel like we don't know. That could really play out either way. And everybody always asks, I see online, they're just like a little bit mixed feelings about them too.
So I've seen some screenshots of some of the commentary on Christina and Henry online. And it's so intriguing to me because you get everyone from every second. It can be somebody saying, I love him because of this. I hate him because of this.
Yes.
I love her because of this. I hate her because of this.
Yes.
Well, guess what? Of course that's going to be the case because they're human and we
Yeah.
are going to relate to different things, and our experiences will help us to see somebody's behaviors differently.
Yeah.
And so I don't even want, I wish that people wouldn't judge them, but it's
Yeah.
human nature to either compare or contrast
Yeah.
how you would do things.
Yeah.
Right? Because a lot of it is, it's this voyeurism, right? We're like looking at these people live and then judging, well, what would it be like if I was doing that?
Right.
How would I deal with it?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how we relate to people on reality TV.
That's right.
So
That's right.
it's par for the course, but it's unnerving because they feel so strongly.
Yes.
I feel like they know these people, know what's going on in their heads and their minds. I was like, I don't even know these people, and I
You
can't
don't.
tell you that I know every.
That's true. That's true. Yeah. I just think people
enjoy watching their marriage so far because they have a lot of differences. They have more similarities than they think, and it'll be interesting to see what people think about them in a month's time.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm waiting for, because I'm thinking, I don't know, they might just fall in love here, and we don't even know it, because like we said, sometimes those opposites do attract, and she has that energy, and then he's a little bit more calm, so they might intertwine. We'll have to see.
Remember, there's wants and there's needs, and
Yes.
we as experts really try to consideration both of those.
Yes.
But to what extent they see the wants and needs met, that's what we have to wait and see. And that's why I'm glued to the TV every week, because I want to see, like, okay, are they seeing? How are they processing this?
Yes.
I'm interested, even though I know the outcome and I know what's happening. I really think that for a lot of people, it's important to see the process of, how are they processing the information they're given, even though we know all of this information.
Yes.
It's interesting.
Yeah, and then, okay, so who was next on our list? We have Woody and Amani. Everyone's favorite, I see. Everyone loves Woody and Amani. I love Woody and Amani.
Okay, so I think I will be the first to say I'm surprised, just like the viewers are surprised at how great Woody has adapted to being married overnight.
Yeah, yep.
Because when I met with him, he was kind of this like cool cat, like just very, not arrogant, like he didn't have that negative side, but just very sure of himself.
Yep.
And I'm like, whoa, okay. I don't know that I'm like, that's not necessarily something that I'm attracted to.
Right.
But it is attractive to someone, right?
Right.
And we knew that Amani would appreciate it. We didn't know just to this extent at this point how much she would. Now, there's still that possibility that he's a bit much.
Yeah, yeah.
And that's part of the reason that this still is an experiment, because we don't know. If we knew, it wouldn't be a social experiment.
That's
if
right.
we knew the outcome from the get-go, it wouldn't be an experiment.
Right.
But taking a calculated risk like this feels right so far. I hope that it continues, but as we know with the show, you never know how couples are going to end up. But yeah, Amani and Woody, I love just how open they are with each other, vulnerable they've been, and how trusting in the process they've been. They really have shown that they trust each other from like hour one.
I know.
It's amazing.
I love them. Yes, I can't wait to see what the future holds for them. We're just going to have to see, yes. And then we have Olivia and Brett.
Yeah, so Olivia and Brett, I think it has been harder, I think, for me to watch them because to watch them struggle from the get-go is hard.
Yeah.
To watch them like very quick to, how do I say this? Because we know them, because I know them, it's hard to see how that's playing out in the public.
Yeah.
Because like I can tell why certain things are happening and why they have an attitude why they have an attitude about that. And of course, that is something that it all comes to light. That's just how it is with the show. They don't tend to hold back very much. But right now, people are like, well, why is he like this? And why is she like this? And why is... And I'm like, I know. I know why. Let's just hold on. Just hold on.
Yeah.
But I love that they are both, again, they tend to bounce back from arguments well. And I love that they just went over all the finances stuff. I know that people, as a viewer, I'm thinking like, how are they ever going to get through these different, spending styles and thoughts on that?
Yeah.
But I can totally see, and of course I'm a therapist, so I'm trained to see all different perspectives. I can see where she's coming from, and I can see where he's coming from. I don't think either one of them is wrong in their perspectives about how to save or spend money.
Right.
But we'll be able to work that out together, because guess what? They're not the first couple ever to have to deal with this challenge.
That's right. And then the resort at Playa del Carmen was the most amazing thing ever. I have never seen anything so beautiful.
I've been, and I didn't do all of the things that they did, but it was, I want to go back.
Yeah.
All of us, we're, Pepper, Cal, and I are always hoping that they'll just let us head out to the honeymoon destination with them, right? I mean, not that they would want us there, but we would want to be. And that was just phenomenal. And of course, right now, especially because we all have travel envy. So we're like, oh my gosh, that looks amazing. And it was. Everybody loved it. It was phenomenal.
Yes. I didn't have like really a honeymoon destination in mind, anything like that. But I said to myself, that's beautiful. That might be like a spot, because I've never seen anything like it.
And it's everything. It's romance, it's relaxation, and it's adventure.
Yes.
That's awesome.
It's got it all. I wanted like the whole season to be just there. Everybody just stay there.
Yes.
It was so nice.
I would not be opposed to doing a season on an island somewhere.
Yes. Keep that in mind. If they hear this, it's like,
you never over.
That'd be amazing. And then, okay, so also for the casting process like that, do you guys have new auditions then coming up? How do people like apply to get on the show? Because this is like a big question. Everybody always wants to know. Fill us in.
Yeah. So I am so excited because we are now casting in Houston.
My hometown. Okay.
So I am so thrilled. They have to go to MAFS Houston. So MAFS Houston.castingcrane.com.
Okay.
And it's all over. You can follow Kinetic Content Casting on Instagram, and or always Kinetic Content. They have all the behind the scenes stuff, all of the information about all their shows, not just Married at First Sight. So it's a lot of fun to follow them. But yeah, the casting process of as per usual, it's not just because of what's happening with COVID, is virtual right now at this phase. And then as we get closer and closer, they will to try to keep everyone safe and healthy. That's like the number one in all of this process. And so people don't need to be too worried about that, because for sure they're taking COVID precautions beyond what probably the CDC even asks for, because they're very serious about keeping everybody healthy. And it's the only way to make this happen and continue to have the seasons go. So making sure to do that. But yeah, I think for sure, fill out that application at masshouston.castingcrane.com and nominate other people. Maybe you're not single, but you know somebody who probably would do well with this. It's okay to nominate them. It's not like they still have to do all of the other things, the countless interviews, the countless phone calls, the background checks, the questionnaires that really make you dig deep as to who you are and what you need and what you want. But the process itself, I've heard from other candidates, even if they weren't chosen, that the process of going through this itself has helped them know so much more about themselves. So, and even if you're not in the Houston area, just if you want to take a look at the application to see this is the first step, the baby step into the pool, to check it out and see what it's all about. But
I'm sure you guys have different scenarios, and everybody has different requests, and like they need, a certain height, or they have to wear blue all the time. I don't know. People, I'm sure, come up with like the craziest things.
Well, and we always try to help people to really narrow down what their true deal breakers are, like what they truly believe will be an incompatible trait to have in someone else.
Yeah.
And they may start off with like a whole bunch of deal breakers, but by the time it's really come down to like, okay, well, what are they? They've narrowed down quite a bit.
Yeah, yeah. And I think this goes along the lines of what you said about wants and needs. Like there's a difference between what your wants and needs. So if you come down to the need.
Process, we do expect them to try to figure those out because if
Yeah.
they don't really know,
Yeah.
then we're supposed to know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I always wonder. Yeah.
The more I think about it, the more I'm talking about it, I'm like, how do we even do this? Like, how do we
I
ever
know.
get anybody to say, yes, I want to stay married? Because
I know.
it's hard.
It is, it is. Well, is there anything else that you wanted to say to the Married at First Sight viewers? Anything else you wanted to tell them?
Like, just stay tuned, have fun with it. Keep, this fan base is growing and growing. This is like mind-boggling to be a part of it. But let's have fun with this. Let's keep this going. It was picked up for another 6 seasons, so that's awesome.
Wow.
But let's have fun with those 6 seasons, and let's hope for love. I know a lot of people want the drama, but marriage in and of itself has enough drama. Let's not hope for that. Like, again, these are real people. Let's hope that they have a good time, but that we learn from them.
That's right. And then, okay, kind of just sum up what everybody can expect from the upcoming episodes. Don't give anything away. Just
I won't.
Okay, just what can we what can we just expect? What do you feel from the season just so everyone can really look forward to?
I think that this is going to be one of the most entertaining seasons ever because this is a roller coaster with every single couple.
Yeah.
You think you know, you don't know. You think that they're going to get through something, they might not. You think that they're not going to get through something, they might. So the idea that we're all on this ride together is super exciting, and I think it's going to be a great season.
So thank you so much. I had such a great time talking with you.
Thank you so much.